And then I'll come in crunching.
What? What?
Blue's upstairs.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Love Brew podcast. I'm your host, Tommy T, and Artika's walking away, but that's Artika. And this is Quad, and Lily's eating breakfast. Yeah, go get it. Go get it. It's in my room. Hope you guys have had a beautiful week. I have, and had some different challenges this week. Find to be interesting. Quad, go eat your food, man.
All right, y'all.
Like, good
Sorry.
grief, man.
I walked away at the intro because did not account for the fact that he didn't know where his apparatus was.
Like, dog.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. That wouldn't be good.
What wouldn't be good?
If it's not charged. 9 times out of 10, it's not charged, though. Morning, D.
Ask Lily to charge it for you. Okay. All right.
Oh, this from last year.
What do you mean?
I was trying to find what you put in here.
That's the recent one right there.
All right. Oh.
All right, so Tommy's getting his bearing straight this week. Actually, good morning, Talisa.
Good morning, Talisa.
This
Talisa,
week,
you up early.
Actually, last week we went to Home Depot after we got off live. First Saturday of every month is always kids workshop, so unless we doing something, expect us to be there. And Tommy decided that we needed new doors.
Why you act like it's like nothing we discussed? He's like Tommy decided. You
Okay, so I
Me too.
thought that we collectively needed one door. Which is a door from inside of our house into our garage.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the right type of door. We just been living with it. Prior to us purchasing this house, it was a rental property. So they used a lot of Band-Aids when they should have been performing some surgeries. He don't believe that y'all can hear us either for some reason. It bothers you.
Man, finish your story, man. Don't worry about what I'm doing over here.
So we went to the store in my mind to buy one door, and we ended up buying 3 doors. So the doors got delivered Monday, and Tommy decided to. Talisa said we can hear you clearly.
Thank you. I just had to, do my thing. Ain't nobody else gonna do it.
Well, I knew they could hear us because nobody had said.
I just had to check for myself. It's like you telling me you locked the door, but then I still hit the button again to lock the door.
Yep, you did that to me the other day. You heard the thing.
I know. I just had to hit it.
I
just had to do it.
I'm sorry, y'all. I've been sick this week, and I don't sound like Glorilla. Thank God this time around.
Go get it, man.
Because I didn't lose my voice, but I'm trying to get the rest of this congestion out of me.
Anyway, she talked about the doors. I bought the doors with my own hard-earned money, and then
Nobody
asked her to
said you
do
didn't.
anything. So I don't understand the conversation. What are y'all doing, man? Good morning, Monica. But anyway, this week has been a
I
very.
didn't finish the
Oh,
door
go ahead,
story.
finish doing what you was doing.
So yesterday he brought the doors out to paint them, and for some reason, don't know where the sprayer went, so he had to roll them by hand. I hope my footage that I captured of you rolling the doors by hand was good
Yeah,
footage.
it's fun.
He don't even care about the fact that I got him some footage. I don't know what's wrong with Quad this morning. He about to get put out.
Come on,
Yep, saw it coming. So I guess the doors are the newest home improvement project. Um, that's going to also include some trim painting and things of that nature that we've had to paint for the last 3 years and just haven't gotten to. I did record a little bit of footage of him painting because he's halfway on the road to being a social media influencer. And I say halfway because as soon as we agreed to it, he decided to start back studying for his CPA exam. So there's that. Start back studying for your CPA exam. Did I tell a lie? Oh, okay. Sharon says she wants to see you working.
man.
He got a lot of footage. He just gotta put said footage out.
I be
um,
doing a lot, man. God, this little boy, man. I knew it. Today was gonna be a day. Like we ain't gonna be able to sit down, talk to our people about them, and peacefully work. Um, now, yeah. So I put some videos out. I've been working on one, but it's like everything's so time consuming with like trying to do everything, um, and stuff. So, but yeah, I've been working on it. It just takes me a little bit longer to like actually finish stuff. Hey, man,
I don't know what he's
sit down. Sit down. Either sit down or get down. What was you talking about?
I finished about the doors.
Oh, so yeah,
You
so
tried to interrupt it,
no,
then I finished, and then what you talking about?
no, I was trying to figure out where you was at because you took a very long time to tell them that
I
I was
didn't. Your
painting doors.
kids made it take longer. Come up here and sit down.
Yes. What's up? All
Sit
right, go
down.
watch TV.
Sit down.
No, I don't know. We gotta
Um.
finish recording. Let it. No,
Well, I
go ahead.
specifically love C Quad and his shenanigans.
I don't.
It's
Come
because them shenanigans don't live with you. That is the full reason.
right.
And
Like, cause
Quad.
look at this dude, man. There's no room in this chair for me and him, and he's gonna force his way.
One of the cutest things that I love to see is that even though we call him Quad, he knows his name is Tommy. So if I yell Tommy through the house, he comes in the room and says, "Yes, yes, that is a faucet in his hand. It goes to Lily's her kitchen." For some reason, Lily got mad and decided she was the Hulk, and she pulled it apart. I super glued it back to the play kitchen, and she came back through and decided that it wasn't supposed to be attached to the play kitchen, and now he just walks around with it like an emotional support faucet. Okay, Quad is now leaving, and now Lily's upset because she's also leaving, yelling, "Why you just do that?" Anywho, uh random things from Lily's kitchen become Quad's playthings. I have no idea why they become Quad's playthings. He walks around with her spoons sometimes a bowl. Recently has been this faucet. Lily got pink Barbie luggage for her birthday this year, and he drags that luggage around like he's going out of town. But he likes luggage in general for some reason. Because when we went to visit my mom for their fall break, he found a Paw Patrol suitcase in two different stores. It was the same store, but it was two different stores. And he drug the little Paw Patrol suitcase around the entire store until we literally tricked him to leave the stores. You okay now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Like, don't be asking me like I'm tripping, man.
I just asked you, were you
This
okay?
dude was
I did
unruly.
not say that you were tripping. I just asked you, were you
This guy
okay?
was
I
unruly.
can't even have concern for you.
Because the concern ain't for me.
It is for you.
It's so you can talk about me.
I didn't talk about
I'm just trying to be a good dad out here and a good husband.
you. And now Lily is fussing at Quad. All I hear is, Quad, you do not do that.
But yeah,
Anywho.
anyway, so this week, man, what did I do? So the social media thing, I ask Artika every day what I need to post. Artika send me stuff that I need to post, and I'll be like, I don't have any of that content. And so I just be making it up. Like this week really I've been on a walking kick because I saw on a YouTube I don't forgot what page it was on, but basically he was saying that if you walk like 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day, that helps you lose weight. And I was like, let me test that theory out because my weight is going up and not down. I'm like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. Like I started journaling my food, stuff like that, kind of see what
Got a nutritionist.
where I've been had her.
But I'm saying, like, that's on the everything you're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
So I started trying to do the 10,000 steps. I only hit 10,000 steps one time this week, but it's still fine because it's tough to do steps like that.
So Lisa said you're doing a great job of being at both of
Man,
being a
I'm
husband
I'm
and a
I'm really
father.
putting my best foot forward, man. What's up, Miss Tillman?
It's
Um,
these kids.
yeah, yeah,
Especially that little one. Lily has stopped getting on his nerves with her line of questioning as much in her display of emotion.
yeah. You kind of reason better with Lily, man, but with Quiet, it's like no reasoning.
I used to.
Yeah, but so yeah, um, the day I got 10,000, because the challenge for me is like I work in the office, so I'll work out before I go, and then work out before I go to work, and then I'm sitting down for the rest of the day. You know,
It's frowned upon to just be standing up at your desk, walking
yeah.
in place.
But yeah. So what I started doing, I started taking a long way to the bathroom, and I drink a lot of water, so I go to the bathroom like 4 or 5 times
Mhm.
while I'm in the office. Um, I always took the steps, but I walked a mile and was able to do what I was doing. And by the time I got to bedtime, I think I had 1,000 steps to take. So I started marching around the house.
You remember we used to do that when we lived in our apartment that caught on fire? We used to walk around the parking lot, the little circle.
Yeah. Um.
That's when we used to have Fitbits and step
Yeah.
goals, well, step challenges with my cousin.
Yeah. Her competitive self. But Hubert, yeah. So I think 2 miles is good, and that'll get me like with my regular walking. 2 miles a day would get me at 10,000 steps. So I was like, all right, I got to figure that part out, how to fit it in.
We used to get a lot more walking in back when we used to go to the track.
Yeah, I just don't have time. Like it's for me, it's like starting to study for the CPA exam and really taking it serious this time, or at least trying to, because I've been studying for this for like the last year, and it's like it's hard because, or the challenge for me is, um the time that I have to stop to do other stuff. Like I don't get home to like
Mm-hmm.
5:30, and I have to degress from being away. And I leave the house at 4:30 when I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the house at 4:30, and I don't get home till 5 or 5:30, 6 sometimes. Don't let it be a time that I have to that it's my night to cook. And by the time I get ready to sit down to study, I've only studied like that hour before work. And it's like, man, I don't got nothing but an hour left in me. So it's that's been the tough part for me throughout this whole thing. And it's like nothing is given anywhere. So the weekend come, I'll be like, man, all right, I just want to sit here, make sure I do my lesson, and
You
go
want to be
through.
smart in school?
Get it close to God. That's was so funny. But nah, that's been a big challenge. And then just also like trying to read stuff. One time I decided to read at night and I fell straight asleep. I was like, I can't do this. Went straight to sleep.
Yeah,
So
I had to stop listening to audiobooks at night because either the story is really good and it keeps me awake, or I don't focus on what the author is saying and I pass out.
yeah. So it's like, man, it's been a super challenge, but we'll get through it. And stuff. But
I just been sick, so there was no week for me.
yeah.
Oh, I
I
did yesterday go out and realize how inexperienced at shoe buying I am.
mm-hmm.
I stopped at Dick's to
Richards.
get Lily a swim cap,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't have any. They had youth swim caps and then they had long hair swim caps,
Yeah.
but they didn't have long hair youth swim caps. So I ended up buying her one off of Amazon. I was just trying to have the instant gratification of getting it since I was over in that area anyways. And so I decided while I was in Dick's, I was like, oh, let me just walk across to the shoe section because we're going to a sneaker ball. And I was like, I don't have any sneakers. I need a pair just in general because the last pair that Tommy bought me are like what, 7 years old now.
Yeah.
They're extremely beat up and it's time for a new pair. So I was like, I can possibly buy a new pair of shoes for the sneaker ball and give me some everyday running errand shoes, right?
Yeah.
And I started looking and I was like, I don't have time for this. And I just left out of the store. It was like, because I don't know what I'm wearing, it's really hard to find shoes. And I'm like, I probably should find the shoes first since they're the feature of the outfit. And then it just all got too convoluted. And I was like, I'm out. I felt like
Yeah.
Shark Tank. Like, I'm done. I'm going home.
Man.
So I'm hoping that I can spend a little time perusing the Nike app.
Yeah.
But I need to also try on shoes because the last time I bought some shoes from the Nike app, I bought them out of the men's section and they just weren't comfortable.
Yeah.
So I ended up sending them back. Like I put them on my feet and immediately was like, absolutely not. So um I got to figure out what type of shoe feels comfortable on my foot and go from there.
Yeah. Well, thinking about putting shoes on feet, Bronny James Jr. is got some big shoes to fill in the NBA, but I don't think he gonna fill them.
Nah,
He's going to the G League.
we knew that
I
though.
be feeling like that's the gulag that you never return from, or the shot of returning. Like he has a bigger shot of returning. He just has to play well. But the first time I heard about that, man, I was like, man, that boy should have stayed in college, got the development he needed, because you get more shine in college. You get the
Mhm.
like it's going to be on TV. You went to USC. The girls USC basketball team is doing good. Um, what she say?
She said, I'm 80 and I've only purchased an audiobook once in my life. I found that I get much more out of the story or material when I do the reading.
So is it? So there goes my question again.
What?
Is it cheating if I like? Can I say I read a book if I listen to it? I
I say I
listen.
read a book if I
I
listen
rather
to it.
listen to a book than read it because I fall asleep reading.
Hmm.
But listening to it, especially if it's like
It feels like a podcast.
if Frida McFadden wrote it,
Does Frida do her own audio?
nah, she did. Somebody else does it because it's like a movie. Like they have different characters, different voices and stuff.
I am since we share Audible
Yeah.
content, I said I'm gonna try to
I'm sitting up here rubbing my feet, man. My I think something's going on with the arch of my foot.
it's probably falling.
I don't understand that.
Um I said I'm gonna try to give one of Frida's books a shot once I get through the two books that I'm currently listening
Yeah.
to.
She got a new book that I want to get. I think it's called The Boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah, that's the one that I've been seeing in Target.
Yeah. But I wouldn't buy it. I would just get it off of to listen to it. But anyway, to the G
G League
League.
could be a better developmental option than college, plus he's getting paid.
The issue that I have with that, right? Or my thoughts on the G League is, yeah, you develop with the NBA players, but it's like, what would you rather have? Like, cause you get the fame and the fortune from, like, this dude got drafted 55 in a draft. Like, he basically it's his daddy's doing. I think Bryce has a better shot at actually getting into the league. But for the G League, yeah, it's a development thing for him. But like, dude, you want to play in the NBA?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, the NCAA, yeah, you know, you're in college, you're college age. You want to play where the people that are getting the shine at. Like, let's be real. Like, nobody grows up and be like, yeah, man, I want to play in the G League. Nobody says that. They're
Um,
thankful. I'm pretty sure people are thankful that, okay, I got this opportunity in the G League. I can work myself up. But nobody says I want to go to the G League.
one
And
one of my best friends works in college athletics, and we talk about this part of sports all the time. Like, should you stay? Should you go? And she was like, Bronny absolutely should have stayed in school. Like, that was her thoughts behind it, was that he should have stayed in school. But she was like, she gets why, because you're not gonna have that many opportunities to play with your
play with your
daddy.
daddy, yeah.
Um, but it's kind of just one of those things. Bronny is never going to be the meal ticket for the family,
What?
right? So a lot of people go to the league from college because they're trying to get paid
Yeah,
very quickly.
yeah,
Obviously not an issue.
yeah.
um because
Good
there's so
morning.
many other ways to make money in that family.
Yeah,
Like, Savannah owns a juice bar,
yeah.
or a franchise of them. Like,
LeBron has a media company.
yeah, like there's stuff
My,
going on
but
that you can,
but wait,
nepotism can work for you in ways other than
right,
the
right.
NBA.
But my whole thing is right. Hubert was like, shine or substance. Shine every time. Like, once you get to the NBA, you're gonna develop. You're not coming in like you're LeBron James straight from high school.
Mm-hmm.
Those are anomalies, and you can't even do it no more
Mm-hmm.
now. But for in Bronny's sake, he had an opportunity at USC to shine in a manner that they didn't see because he's the king's son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the king of basketball. You're his son, making a way for yourself. You just have to do. You just have to play. And your development, he's what, 19, 20 years old. His
Mm-hmm.
body ain't stopped growing yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his brain ain't even fully developed yet. So it's like, man, you get that along with the idea that he's in college. He has that experience because we all know that's an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Then also he's able to, you know, be on the basketball team of his peers. Now he has a target on his back in the G League
Mm-hmm.
because he is the king's son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or like LeBron has been in the league this year 22, still top 10. I would say top 5, but for sure top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, like let this boy, like, yeah, I get it. He should have stayed in college, and now he can't turn back. So, going to the G League, I see his. I would say, what is my path back to the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna be hard,
Mm-hmm.
and he has to go in and dominate the G League in order to get back.
And do we see that happening
I
though?
don't. I don't. If it's Bryce, maybe, because I think Bryce is because of Bryce's size.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce has been playing basketball, probably the same length, but Bryce is much bigger. I don't want to say he's more talented, but I mean, y'all been under the same tutelage, for lack
how,
of better
how often do
words.
you use that word?
That was the first time I used it in a sentence. I've heard it, but that was the first time I used it in a sentence.
Your eyes sparkled when you said it.
It does that sometimes. It does that sometimes. Sometimes I surprise myself.
Really?
I couldn't find a better word for that.
Wow.
But yeah,
Good
yeah.
for you.
But man, I really I'm interested to see the like where he goes with everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Tell me about the last time you watched a regular season college basketball game with all its shine. The G League has better teams and training. Paradigm has
Well,
shifted.
well, I can tell you this. The last time I watched a G League game was never.
What's funny is it was before I actually saw this story about Brunning. I got a Facebook ad for a G League game here. And I was like, who's going to this?
Yeah.
And that was literally the ending of it for me. But I've never been to a G League game, which is interesting because, growing up with my mom and Harold,
Yeah.
they invested in all
Yeah.
facets of
Right.
basketball. But I've never been to a G League game either.
But I'm not even a big basketball player. Like I'm gonna watch the NBA the NBA in season tournament because I think that's a great thing. But college basketball, I'm more interested in college basketball because I've been there. Like when I was actually in school, when Tennessee was like number one,
We were like 1 and 2, one
yeah,
and two.
like with Memphis, that was a big thing.
He
What do you say?
said, avoided a good question. You should be a Democratic politician.
What was the question?
Tell me about the last time you watched a regular season college basketball game and with all its
I don't know,
shine.
but I know I've watched one before. Like I've been to a regular season basketball game. I've
Been to
watched
a
them,
lot of regular
but
season
I've
basketball
never
games.
I've never been nor watched a G League regular season basketball game or a championship game. And that's all I'm saying.
I never know who their teams are.
I don't know who their
But it's
teams
kind of
are.
like
I
for
don't know
me,
who their players are.
I remember when a friend from college, her little brother was playing on the farm league for baseball, which is under the minor leagues.
Yeah,
And I was like, where do they play?
right.
Tell me something about this.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get enough information outside of, you know, this is his schedule.
That's like me. I feel like, and this is like I get it. I get why they have a G League,
Mhm.
but it's just not. Not gonna watch it. Not gonna be interested in it or anything like that. So that's the thing that I think about with Bronny James. Now, Bronny James may bring some eyes to the G League.
You really think so?
No, but he might. There's a possibility because again, he's the king's son.
You watching the game had nothing to do with his development as a basketball
Well, I'm just
player.
answering your question. You asked me if I watched a regular season college basketball game. My opinion of him developing as a player, I think he would have had a better. If the goal is to go to the NBA
Mhm.
professional league, not the G League, but the NBA, right? I think he has a better opportunity to go to the NBA and play in the NBA on his own merit from college
Mhm.
and not from the G League. Because then,
She
what they
said he
say?
said no.
That's my thing. I think he has a better opportunity if he stays in college and probably plays all 4 years. You know,
Was he playing? Like
Man, no.
For real, for real.
He played half a season because it's hard,
Mm-hmm.
and then he wasn't getting in then.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think he averaged like 3 points. This is what tells you that he was not supposed to go into the NBA. He averaged 3 points
In
on a half a
college?
season.
In college?
Yeah,
Hmm.
on half a season, he averaged 3 points.
Obviously, I don't care.
That's like
One way or another.
me coming off the bench. I'm gonna get in, miss a couple shots. I might make one. Somebody might foul me. I'm gonna make my free throws because they're free. You know, I don't gotta
Just
worry
aim
about
for the
nothing
little
but
box
aim for
up
the
there.
right. That's it. That's all I gotta do. And I might miss one or two, but if you put me on the line 10 times, 8 out of 10 ain't bad. Ain't bad. I'll
Oh,
take that.
okay.
But yeah, so that's what tells me, man, you should just kept your little butt in college, enjoyed the college life. Because you can make money at this point with the NIL deals and do your thing. But
I
anything
am
else on
tired
there?
of having this cough. No, I don't have anything else. Speaking of people
Good luck, Bronny.
that should have stayed where they are, um, Ray Gunn, the breakdancer, announced that she's retiring after her backlash at the Paris Olympics. I didn't know that there was a grand opening.
I didn't know that she I never watched any of her stuff, but it was
I watched the clips.
I mean, I'm used to going back, and this is something I talked to a guy at work about, was like recording yourself while you work out to kind of see your form and stuff like that. I wonder, did she go back and look at that and was like, this ain't good. When she hit this move right here, cut it out. You gotta there's no coming
Don't
back
make
from
me
the
laugh.
kangaroo.
Please don't make me
She
laugh.
hit the Thriller and the kangaroo at the same time. And I'm like, what? And she's very smart, but she just can't. It's like
The crazy thing though is that Paris felt like that was the best they had to offer.
she was from Australia.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It was the Paris Olympics. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Paris Olympics, but
Australia
Australia
felt like that was the
it
best they
couldn't
had
be
to
it.
offer.
It couldn't be. Somebody should have came in there and juke it. Like get some of these Asians, get some of these Memphis people. I wasn't gonna say Memphis people, but I'm trying to work on myself.
Okay.
But and start juking, man. Like that could you should just put urban dance
As the
as
category.
the sport.
Tark team.
Right.
If you're gonna make an urban dance.
Right. Somebody come in here shaking.
But then it's hard to judge it because there's
But you
so
have to
many
have the different
forms
categories.
of urban dance.
You have the different categories of them and get a first, second, and third of each category. But that makes it more interesting. She did think she killed it.
Her man was the judge or something.
Man,
My
but
cough sounds like I'm starting a car.
I ain't even finna say that, man.
Man,
You need to get over this cough.
I do.
Drink you some water.
I got some right there.
But yeah, man, I she needs to look at that and reevaluate it as far as what do you say about her retiring?
Good luck. I have that cough too. Doctor said it's post nasal drip tickling my throat, causing a cough. I'm sick of it too. That's exactly what mine is.
Drink some water, Sharon.
I just been trying to take my medicine. Irritates my stomach to take it on an empty stomach, so I usually have to eat something first. So that's why I was eating when we first started, was so I could take my medicine.
The funny thing though is her name is Ray Gun. Like cool Ray Gun. It's like one of those 80s, the 80s hip hop fitness videos. Have you ever seen one?
No.
Oh, you need to look at one.
We don't care
Like
about her retirement. She was a joke.
Like if you look at those, look at like an 80s, 90s video, like fitness hip hop video. That's what makes it funny. It's a hip hop video. That's what her dancing reminds me of. And that's where she got all her moves.
So Last thing in the vein of sports, but not really sports.
Yeah.
I threw this in there just for the love side of Love Brew.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Cam Newton on his podcast.
We talked about this week, didn't we?
Yeah,
All right.
we glazed across
Yeah.
it. Um, he was in an interview with Corey Holcomb.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he mentioned that while he's been with Jasmine Brown is her name,
Mm-hmm.
as long as he has not always just been with her, meaning he has cheated on her in the past.
Mm-hmm.
He's talked to her about said cheating, and they talked about what can be done differently to make him not cheat.
What did they come up with?
I don't think he mentioned anything in particular. I can read through really quickly and see if there's anything in this article.
But you
Because I just saw that part of the conversation and I just said a bad word and I cut it off. He says that now
Mm-hmm.
where they are in their relationship, he is not currently having sex with other women,
Yeah.
but he has in the past. He said there's no secrets at all between them, and they've openly had conversations, and that's why they're growing in their relationship. And even though it's uncomfortable conversation, they continue to have that. My question is, if you can cheat and all we got to do is have a conversation about it and then everything's cool again, am I just supposed to be led to believe that this relationship is now open? Would you consider that an open relationship then?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't understand.
And I'm saying on both sides.
I don't really get it. Like when we talked about this, I said I remember like when I cheated on my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
I cheated, there was a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always believe that there's a reason for somebody's cheating. Otherwise, you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for Cam Newton, it's more of a problem. I don't know because I don't know what she is or what she's not doing. But is like my whole thing is the conversation being had? Are you talking about the things that you are missing out on that you feel like you can get from somebody else?
It's not open unless she can seek partnership outside of the relationship.
And then that's gonna cause a rift in their relationship. What did he would say? Most men with his looks, money, and status are going to dabble with other women sometimes, but women prefer those men over average men. So, um, yeah, but still in the same sentence though, man, it's still you got to.
So this is the quote that I was referencing. He says, as long as I've been with Jazz, I can't honestly say I've only been with Jazz. As we grow, I hate that I've embarrassed her because no woman wants to admit that openly, that their person has not always been with them only. So what's allowed us to get closer in our relationship is that I don't feel she judges me for my actions. She holds me accountable for my actions. He said, she asked me certain things. How can I do certain things so this won't be a normalcy for you moving forward? I've never had nobody to really understand how I think.
This she said she never had anybody understand.
He said that.
Man, that's some bull. Like it's just like Hubert said, like status, money, his looks. It has something to do with it, and the fact that he was a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular. Like if you think back in high school, very popular kids got away with a lot of stuff.
She said Cam and his ashy ankles.
They got away with a lot of stuff that unpopular kids couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. This is a popularity contest. He can get away with these things, but does it make it right? No. Does it make it, seemingly okay,
Mhm.
maybe. It just depends on who she like, how she thinks of it or how she thinks of herself. Because the thing about it is
She wrote a note in response. She wrote two notes. The first one said, "Child, here come to just checking on you DMs. I am fine. Trust me, I know who and what my N word is. Ain't no secrets or surprises. He can talk to me about anything." In another note, she said, "Why not just be single if you gonna cheat? I feel you. However, men just be wanting to F. Once they do that, they're back to temporarily thinking straight. It's real ghetto out here. I get it. I don't blame y'all for wanting to be single, but if you spend enough time talking to men about this topic, you'll see that it's not as shocking as it may seem."
I want to respond to my sister Talisa.
Go ahead.
I don't.
When she said these dudes will embarrass you no
Yeah,
matter status and look.
like my thing is I don't do that. I don't like my thoughts on cheating is before I cheat, I'm gonna have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my thoughts when I was 20,
Mm-hmm.
21 years old, you did it, I'm gonna do it. But also I had this conversation earlier this week. I also believe, strong belief, it's hard for me to change it, because I've tried, but I still believe like if women cheating is worse than a man's, it cuts deeper than a man cheating. I'm sorry, that's just the man in me. You know, I know I ain't Cam, but I'm Tommy.
Regardless of
Like,
status, some
hold
men
up
behave
now.
this way, but most men aren't proud of it like Cam. She says you're an amazing spirit full of love and God. You need Lisa for daily affirmations.
Man, she got him, don't she? I'm a great father. I'm a great husband.
You is smart, you
I
is kind, and
thank
you is
you.
important. Thank you to Lisa.
But no, it's like I just don't get the idea of cheating, like without the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you say, hey, like this conversation, if you're gonna talk about it, talk about the full conversation. Don't give us just half of the piece of it. Because there has to be something like what's the reason we was talking about Kevin Hart. I was like, man, I think Kevin Hart's funny. A lot of people don't, blase this, blase that. And then uh they're like his he can't stop cheating. I was like, and I don't get it. He has a beautiful wife, a beautiful family who's supportive of him, but you should just sit out here, put yourself in a situation, regardless of if it was a setup or not. You put yourself in that
And they
situation.
ruled that it wasn't a setup, but that's another
I
story
thought
for
they
another.
did.
No,
Like I
it
thought
wasn't
he
a
was
setup.
set up. Like regardless of anything, he was put in a bad position.
He wasn't set up.
Regardless of anything,
That he
set
put
up.
himself in.
He put himself in a bad position.
That's his fault.
Right.
But he wasn't set up, is what I'm
In
saying.
any way, we're arguing
Cam
2
lets
points.
her be his main chick, and he has other ladies too. What's the problem if they obviously agree? Cheating is dumb in 2024. That means there's an element of you wanting to deceive. There are so many avenues to be non-monogamous. I completely agree with that. So
Non-monogamous is with other people.
yeah, not monogamous.
Man, see, that's what be throwing me off in them questions. They be like not and or.
You be missing them.
Yeah, because like I be like, yeah, I knew the answer to that question, but
So his first baby mama, he had like 4 kids with,
yeah,
and he cheated on her and had a baby, and she left.
yeah,
So apparently she is not a Jasmine.
yeah,
She don't want to care what can happen to fix
yeah,
this. Like, I'm out.
yeah,
Um, and then I don't know if there was other girls in between there, like as far as long-term relationships.
mm-hmm.
But it makes me wonder, and that was one of the conversations that I had with you, was like, her questions to him is, what am I not doing? And I'm like, that wouldn't have been where I started.
Yeah. But that's essentially what's where the conversation like.
It can't be her though, and
No,
that the
it's
reason I say that is because
because it's
he
his.
keeps cheating.
Right. It's where I would flip it a little bit, just because I would say this is what I'm not getting from you.
What am I missing?
Yeah.
But the thing is, what are you not doing? And sometimes it's just that you just don't have a different hole for today. and I wanted a different one. That's like Donnell Jones. He wanted to some time to see if he could get into a new booty. Like that's all that song was about. Um, it's just when when you put it in the realm of what is Jasmine not doing, it can't be just what Jasmine is not doing. I don't know who this is. It has to be a situation of Cam, what is it that you are needing to feel validated by? That you he taking what you got, your family unit,
Mm-hmm.
and throwing it to the side for something else.
We are also talking about a man who is has openly said that he's afraid to get married
He's afraid to get married because he's
because
afraid
of
of divorce.
right. And we also talking about a man who um has what is it, 3 baby mamas
I think so.
and 4 kids.
No, it's
Which
more than 4 kids.
well, how many kids he
It's
got?
like 4 by the first girl,
I'm still shocked at Frankie Muniz.
1 by the second one, and then he got one with Jazz. And then I think the second girl and the first girl both had kids before he got with them.
Yeah, okay. But it's like, man, it's a lot of times I move in a way that
I saw part of that
was
interview.
that
How she loves to serve him and she cries in the shower after certain activities between them. And it's like, um, it's one of those things where it's like she's like, I like to pack his bags and get him ready when he's about to go out of town. And she did another interview that I watched. Um, and on that particular interview, she said that her friend was the person, or her castmate was the person that was interviewing her. And she was like, I'm happy we finally were able to make this like interview happen. And
mm,
I don't know. Can y'all still hear us?
yeah, the audio still there, the
Okay.
camera just went out.
Um, she said that she was happy that they were able to get this interview together. And she said that Cam told her that she needs to like she needs to go and do something for her because she's always making sacrifices for him. And I was like, an interview is something that he had to encourage you to do because you would bail out on things to do things for him seems a little bit questionable for me. But it's back now. Um Also with that,
I gotta figure that part out.
divorce I think is more frightening than cheating for him is because there's been no consequences to cheating.
I mean, I would think divorce for him would be more frightening because now he's his half his money is gone, alimony and child support and all this stuff. Then that gets involved. So I look at it from a money standpoint anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was gonna respond to something Hubert said. Why should Cam be faithful when he has the social capital to have multiple women? He has the gold. He has the gold makes the rules.
Mm-hmm.
He who has the gold makes the rules. My thing is, why have a woman that you say is with you?
Because he wants all of the um what is the word I'm looking for? He wants all the things
What
that
is it?
come
He
along
want the
with
cow, but he don't want to eat. He don't want to drink the milk.
it's like he wants all of the things that come along with having the monogamous relationship,
Nah, his parents are happily married.
the doting wife figure, because I can't call her a wife because he don't want a wife. He wants the doting wife figure, someone to make sure that things are getting done, things are happening as they should, so he can come and go freely and do the things that he wants and needs to do
Yeah,
for the obligations that
you
he
take
has
that
before
back.
him. Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
with the obligations that he has before him, which are his children.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't want the risk of it being taken from him.
Yeah.
But yes, his parents are happily married. His dad is the pastor of a church. Oh, you said take that down. I gotta find it. There it is. You know
But
you could have taken it down.
nah, I didn't know that. I don't want to touch nothing over here because I don't want to knock anything off.
Mm-hmm. So Lisa said he needs to seek therapy to get to the root of his trauma and to be honest with himself. I don't understand. He wants a maid, a mule, and a mattress.
Right. But it's like, man, we're looking at first off, or secondly, thirdly, or fourthly, whatever it is.
75th.
I want to say congratulations to him because him being on first take or getting, brought on as a host on first take is a big deal. So congratulations to him because he's out here working. Um, but it's just when it comes to women, man, it's like you can have a bunch of women or you can have one woman. But you got to figure out which one you want. You can't have both. Um, the way I look at women, because I love people, right? But I hold you higher than I hold anybody else. You the closest woman to me. You know, uh, it was a thing. It was.
You want the link to Lisa? Send you the link.
It was a thing. Like a week ago that like the dude's mom was like saying she ain't sitting in the back seat. And we was like,
she said nope.
What?
I'm like, I'm ready to copy and
What
paste
would
over
we,
here.
what would I do in that situation? I was like, man, shoot, I would just get in the back seat and be chauffeured because that never happens for me. But in any case, I was like, my mom either has to sit in the back seat or my wife drives. Somebody else drives, but I would have took that bullet and sat in the back seat to stop the conflict.
It's funny because literally that's what happens when either of our mamas come. You be like, Artika, you drive, I'm sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but it's never an issue of anybody saying, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Because me, my mom, and your mom will all sit in the back seat.
Yeah, but that's the thing for me. It's like the way I look at women is I want to make sure that you're comfortable. I want to make sure that you're protected and you feel safe with me. And I feel like if you couldn't trust me, that's me not doing a part of my job. And that's the thing with Cam Newton. The thing that I thought about when I heard about this, it's like, man, you're not doing your job fully. This woman can't trust you when it comes, and then you putting added stress on her because now the woman of your house is thinking about, are you out here doing something? Are you going to bring something back home to me? Because now she has to trust that you're doing whatever you're doing is for the greater good of us. And that's the way I look at it. And it's like, if you're cheating, is it okay for her to do it? Because it's gonna cut you deeper.
Now the interesting thing is that she and he described their relationship as two reformed hoes getting together.
You see what he be saying.
What? Funny how the same people who co-sign all other sexual lifestyles have a problem with Cam having multiple heterosexual women. I don't think people are upset he has multiple women. It's the way he's going about it. That's what it is, because he also said that he's tired of embarrassing her.
Yeah.
So obviously there's not a conversation.
Yeah. Like, well, stop doing it. Like
there's not a conversation that makes it where it's not an embarrassment to her. Because if we just said Cam was going to the grocery store, we wouldn't be married. I mean, we wouldn't be embarrassed.
Yeah.
But Cam having sex with another girl I don't know about, a little bit of embarrassment.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like, man, that like I can care less that you cheating on this woman, because I ain't cheating on my girl.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's something to talk about and it's something to think about. It's like you sit there, you hearing this conversation, you're like, well, what's wrong with her? That's it. That's it. First,
You said that, and I was like, I don't think she realizes how, like, for lack of better words, popping she is.
yeah.
Cause like she's a really
Cause you
pretty
told me who
girl.
she was. You showed me who she was. I was like,
I was
I
like,
don't get it.
she's got 2 shows she's acting on right now. She's a stand-up comic who actually tours and is making money off of that. And it's like,
As my mama would say, bring home something penicillin can't cure. She'll leave him alone then.
that's
But
true.
then it's too late. You know.
I don't know. I always wonder
And
that
I
what how Bob
wonder
said, how much more can you do before you realize this person doesn't like you or doesn't want
what
you?
more do you want from me?
Okay, Tyrese. It's always in the realm of, it feels like the other person is like, let me see how much more you'll take.
yeah. Yeah.
And that's just where they are in
How
the,
far can I push you? Where's your limit?
yeah.
And I want to test it. But she's not a car. You know, you test the limit of a car.
I don't be
Like how
testing
much
them.
gas how low can I go with this gas? Or how fast can this car go?
That about all I
Or,
tested with is
you
the
know,
gas on my car.
yeah, I don't understand that at all.
But once that gas light come on, I'm like, head on to a gas station now,
So
mama.
so let me ask you this, Hubert. He does like her. He just also enjoys other women and has the marketplace value to pull it off. But does that make it right?
If he likes her or loves her or genuinely cares about her feelings, would he continue to embarrass her?
And then
Because she
also
has said that it's embarrassing.
and also how do you respond to that type of behavior when it's if it's your sister or if it's your mother
Or your daughter.
or your daughter? You know, you seeing somebody hurt your female in your life
Mm-hmm.
in that manner, like because we know it's hurtful because
Mm-hmm.
there's a
Like she's
instance
literally
of
said, I am embarrassed by this. This is
right,
embarrassing. And I feel like some of the stuff that she says after that is to save face, but
right,
she definitely feels embarrassed about it.
like and the thing is, it's like how do you respond as an on watcher or as a onlooker?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you respond? They've been together at least a year, I know for sure.
Probably like 2 because she's had the baby.
Yeah. No, man, it ain't right. Morally, it's not right. I don't
I
think
think
so.
I can still feel away even if that's your decision making.
I don't have to enjoy it.
That's what I'm saying. I can still
Yeah.
feel away about it, even if that's the
Me
decision that you
being
choose to make.
me being who I am.
But don't come over here crying to
Yeah.
me about it
You gonna
either.
hear about
I'm gonna
it.
tell you how I feel, and that's gonna be that.
That
Now,
changed the way I feel
if you
about you.
continue to stay in it,
Yeah.
that's on you, baby.
It's just, man, morally, man, when it comes to like relationships are so precious. I take friendships as a big thing. I take like actual my marriage is a huge thing.
Mhm.
Um acquaintances are a big thing.
I will say that that's something like that I really like about you is your position in friendships. Like you take friendship very, very like strongly. Like you check in with your friends. If you can't get to one of your friends, I know you call his wife
Yeah.
and be like, "What's up with my boy?"
Yeah. Yeah. But I just feel like the way you treat people is a exact reflection of how people like that's the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Mhm.
I tell anybody, I talk about you, but I am open to be talked about. The funniest thing I ever heard is two of that somebody ever said about me that I was like, it just stopped the whole checking session was somebody called me average height the first time I heard it. Average height for a woman.
I remember that.
And what did he say? He said, "You a black tar gummy bear." We were just going at it.
Who said that?
One of my old roommates, foreign. I don't know if you know him, but like, man, it's so important to treat people the way you want to be treated, and I fully embrace that, and I hope that's something my kids see, and I hope that's something that you recognize. That obviously you recognize it, but I really think that is the best way for us to, as human beings, to treat each other. I think that's the best way for us to get to the goals that we want to achieve. And a negative way to put it is use a person, but also allow that person to use you in whatever manner they need to in a positive direction. Like I ain't saying be a punching bag for a person,
Mm-hmm.
but you definitely have to be willing to say, hey man, I ain't want nothing. I just wanted to check on you. I
Mm-hmm.
called my homeboy yesterday. I hadn't heard from him for a while. It's like, man, let me just hit him up. And we sitting up there talking about each other.
In the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Man, and that's another thing. If y'all are experiencing hair loss, let it go.
Man, what you said. But yeah, man, that whole Cam situation, man. I just, I pray that he grows up in
Mhm.
his mind. Um, that he realizes or gets some help because he needs therapy because he's talking about it.
I also don't want him to get to old age. I don't want her, let me not say him. I don't want her to get to her old age and realize that she's wasted her best years on somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. It is what it is, man. But
I
it
actually recently had that conversation with someone very close to me who is now in a position of not being able to take care of themselves fully and was like, I want to get married. No,
mm-hmm.
nobody wants to marry you to wipe your butt.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's an interesting conversation that we
Like
can
when we had that
that we're gonna have offline.
I'm gonna say when we had that conversation, I was like, nah, like you need to pay somebody for it at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. But no, I just I don't think like that.
And she said no, so
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Man, I don't know, man. I just don't think Cam and this Jasmine girl, like I don't it's a bunch of things that I feel like has to be uh I don't know if he did say
He
he
said he's
stopped
not
cheating.
currently cheating. He never used the word stop. He said it's just not current. And I mean, current could be while I'm sitting here having this conversation with you.
Yeah. I just don't feel like, man, we gotta give like we all understand cheating is bad,
Mm-hmm.
stealing is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you treat a person, if you treat them bad, that's bad too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, man, you can't like. I know it's not my relationship, so I ain't concerned too much about it.
Mm-hmm. I
But
just thought it would be
no,
interesting
but I
conversation.
know how it feels to be cheated on,
Mm-hmm.
and I know how it feels to cheat on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I've
like,
never cheated on, but I've been cheated on.
man, I like
Don't. Mm-mm.
look. She cheated on me. I said, what am I being faithful for? Young thinking, right? Young
Mm-hmm.
thinking. I'm like, I'm finna get out here and get it, man. It's there for the taking.
You know what's crazy about the one person that I know for certain cheated on me is the person he cheated on. He married her, and when she died, he called like he sent me a message on Facebook and was like, "I'm sorry,"
Yeah.
and I was like,
Ain't nothing I can do about that. But nah,
and
it's
sorry feels
like
like 15, almost 20 years too late, but I
yeah,
got
we
you.
completely get it though.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's bad.
Mhm.
Fix it. If
I mean,
that's
I guess that was his fixing it was the apology.
if that's something to come back from after you've cheated, then do that part. If
Mhm.
this person is somebody you truly care about,
Mhm.
right? Because I'm not saying that you can't love a person and not cheat on them. I'm not saying that at all. Because it takes like with that Cam Newton being who he is, and it's probably thrown at him.
Of course it is.
You know what I'm saying? And the idea that it's being thrown at him it's like how many times do he say no?
There's people who are not Cam Newton that's getting it thrown at them. So
Change
I
behavior is the
agree,
best
Deshauna.
apology. It's like, man, trying to lose weight. I'm gonna stop eating out. I'm gonna start looking at stuff that helps me lose weight. Like I'm gonna change my behavior. It's not. I don't feel like. I think we put too much on the value of a person monetarily.
Yeah.
Just because we see it. Like
Hmm.
we know, hey, we got a range of people that ain't got a job but still cheats on their woman. And
Hmm.
then we got Cam, who is a very wealthy person. He still cheats on his woman. So I don't think it's the value of the person. I just think it's the mindset of that person.
If you're willing to take that behavior because a person has whatever the means they have financially that they're not sharing with you,
Yeah.
then that's on you, baby.
Yeah. I mean, like it's not you not in a committed relationship at that point. If your goal is to be with this person because he has money or she has money, it's a money thing.
Hmm.
You're not in a committed relationship. You're committed to his wealth
Hmm.
in hopes of that you get some.
That you have access, a little access to the
Right.
money. I
That's
know
a
you didn't watch that show,
what?
Married to Medicine.
No.
I can't wait for them to come back.
And that's a whole different, you know, whole different conversation because at that point, it's you the one, the dummy. I'm with this person. I'm gonna deal with this because of his wealth and
But that's what happens a lot is that people chase the money in hopes of. And that's how you end up in positions like, for example, Portia Williams. She chased the man with the money,
hmm
and now she's in litigation trying to see what money she can get.
oh, that's what
She's
like
getting a divorce.
oh, okay. Yeah, like I always felt like she was slow a little bit
Agreed.
just because of the Underground Railroad
You not tell me
thing.
that.
But it's like if you look at today's society, right?
Uh-huh.
The the odds or the chances
Hmm.
of making it big or becoming more wealthy are more
Hmm.
now than it was growing up,
Hmm.
right? With that type of understanding. Now for women, it gets a little bit more trickier because now you have the idea of OnlyFans. You get on OnlyFans. I've heard and seen people like talking about the money that they make on OnlyFans, and it was a video I watched. The dude was talking about your value is on your vagina. I mean, like if we look at it,
Everybody's not selling vagina on
everybody's
OnlyFans.
not, but majority of the people are. That's the that's
Are
the
they?
that's the statistic or the stereotype of
That's the
OnlyFans. That's
stereotype,
the
but I don't
stereotype.
think that
But
that's
we're
the
just gonna
case.
work in the stereotype today.
See, I think that's the issue is that we work in the facade of women being gold diggers, but it be dudes that make $12 an hour saying that you ain't got no gold. Like she want me for my money. What money? You ain't
Man,
got
the
none.
money the little money that they have, she want them for. But that's been the story for so many. Like most women, if you look at it, most women want to be taken care of. And this is leading into another conversation, but they look at the man to provide.
That's true because men lead with money. If you lead with money as that's what you have to offer, why wouldn't that be what I have to take from you?
I
Because
don't
you
know.
don't never be like, I got a big heart.
I do.
Okay, are you the statistic? I mean, the
I I
stereotype?
think I'm the anomaly.
You're the outlier.
Yeah.
Okay. So when people are saying, um, like men typically are about the I can pay for this, I can pay for that, I can do this, I can do that. If you can do all those things, why would I be looking for something else from you? Because
Yeah.
that's what you started with.
And see, that's the thing. I always when I realized that I have game, because I got some game. Like,
Oh, you don't
oh,
say.
oh man.
You don't
Oh
say.
man.
Okay.
Ooh wee. I got some game.
Okay.
And see, that's the thing I'm trying. I want to teach my son, man. It's like if you make him laugh.
First off, you don't have to teach your son anything. That is the most
Oh
charming.
man. He'll charm the
He
boots off of you.
is charming.
Ooh wee.
Like out of this world charm. It makes me mad sometimes.
Mhm.
I'll be like, shut up.
Yeah, man, that dude's something else. But it's like, man, you want to. The biggest thing is you want to make sure that everybody's treated nicely, right?
Mhm.
But then also, you got to get what you want. If like, don't feel like nobody is better than you, and don't feel like you're better than anybody. Everybody's on a level playing field. Now, to get to the finish line may be a little different for folks.
Mhm.
You know, some people might have a little booster in them.
Mhm.
Some people may have to jump over a couple speed bumps. But the finish line is the finish line.
Mhm.
So it's like, man, you got to teach them that.
I think that you simply have to have as much as the person you're courting, I'm sorry, and you will be fine. In my mind, make as much as I do in the event one of us becomes ill. Quad has me hooked way on the West Coast. And you haven't seen the new 2-year-old Charm
Right,
because
right.
he would throw a I love you and a
Yeah.
kiss out there in a second.
Man, he put
Like
that
he be blowing them and everything.
he put that time and charm on, you know. Gotta
and
teach
then
him young.
and then flash you a smile.
Gotta teach him young.
But but it is one of those things, and I feel like when we get to this me and leave money thing, it always turns into something way bigger than what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But in my
We never think about why.
because what else do you have to offer?
I was gonna say something totally inappropriate.
You was gonna say penis. And if those two are the only thing that you think is of value, that's where the problem
But then
starts.
you start to think about, man, what do women offer? You know.
Well, that's usually why we get into the position of domesticism, like being domestic,
Oh.
like cooking and cleaning and taking care of kids and
But y'all complain about that.
organizing the schedule. Just because we good at it don't mean we want to do it.
Some of y'all ain't good at it,
Very true.
but still complain.
Absolutely.
And you wonder why people cheat.
Sweeping generalization. I can't get the word out. Generalizations are rarely correct nor proven. It might be
Yeah.
what we see in the media, but that's not reality. I think that is true because there are so many things that are put out about even like the Black household, and now we're growing at an exponential rate of 2-parent households in the Black community, but people like to still talk about us as Black women being welfare queens.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the case, but it's one of those things where it is what it is, and a lot of the times also the generalizations are what keep us where we are.
Yeah.
It's time. We're over.
No, I was looking. My watch told me I need to stand up.
Oh, okay. I gotta get my day started.
Oh, okay.
Lily
I
asked
mean,
me
like we
to
just sitting in here talking
Lily asked me
about
to braid her hair.
women
I
and
mean, I
men.
braid her hair. She asked me to put beads on her hair, and I associate beads with braids.
Yeah.
So I gotta go learn how to put beads in a 5-year-old girl's hair. Is that the age range, like 5, when kids decide that they like?
She want to hear the clacking.
I don't think it's the hearing the clacking. I think somebody at school has beads, and she thinks they're cute, and now she wants them. Most everyday women don't choose money. I think from a logical perspective, it doesn't make sense to date someone with a lower socioeconomic status when you are in your 30s. Beads, yes, click clacking all over the house.
I don't know what to say about that,
Fred
man.
Quad don't be eating beads.
I had beads on my rat tail when I was younger. My joint sat right here.
We called them Gucci's
Did you? We had
back
like the
in my
Gucci's
day.
was like across the back.
Nah, it was just the little
No, we had
patch
rat
right there
tails.
of long hair that you would call a rat tail. We called them Gucci's.
Gucci's was across the whole back. But nah, man, this whole thing with men being a bank and women just going to the bank. Um, I don't know, man. We got to figure out how to change the narrative because that's not healthy. That's not a healthy way to look at things.
We call them
Ducktails.
ducktails. Okay, West Coast.
We don't know what to say back to what
What
he
more
was
men?
saying.
I hadn't
you,
started reading it
your
yet. I was
nose.
staring.
Uh,
You're right. More men should stop dating women in lower economic.
statuses
Okay,
or strata.
I agree. Like I feel like at a certain age,
So do you believe um what'd you say? What was you
when
saying?
we first started dating,
You wasn't gonna date me because I was poor.
yeah, yeah, no money. We were level economically,
Yeah,
right? Technically, you made more, but you also had on paper a child,
yeah,
and money was going out of the house for that. So we were on level playing field with what was coming home.
yeah, yeah.
But we have gone up and down on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
As far as who makes more in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly and truly, I think that once you get to a certain socioeconomic level, things definitely change because it's harder to find someone that makes as much as you. And then you end up having to outsource for everything that you thought you wanted a partner for.
Mm-hmm.
Because you best believe Beyonce not at home cleaning up.
Mm-mm.
She paying somebody to
Well,
do
I
that.
ain't never wanted anybody like I never looked at you as a maid or a house manager or anything. You're my friend.
Mm,
Like I want to hang out with you. I want to do stuff with you. I want to do you. You know, like you're my friend before like the house manager,
mhm,
and I will work with you on certain things. And it's like when I know there's slack to be picked up, I pick up that slack because you're my friend. You're
mhm,
my wife.
mhm,
You know, you're the person I'm laying with.
mhm. That was a conversation I actually had with my cousin the other day. Not necessarily. We were talking about house management, and I was telling her about. We were talking about homework. That's how it started.
Yeah,
But we were talking about how like we had to come up with a routine. Actually, you came up with it of whoever cooks, the other person gets the kids to bed, and vice versa.
yeah,
So it was just like once we developed that routine, it made it a lot easier, and there's no questioning who does what. And are there days that like it was your day to cook dinner and you made way too much, well, I won't say way too much food, but you get what I mean.
yeah,
Like you made more food so we didn't have to cook the next day?
yeah,
Are there days that I've done the same thing and one person gets to basically have a night off because of the other person, but it still works out because did we eat?
yeah.
Did these kids get in the bed on
Right,
time?
right.
It works out. But I think that that's one of those things that you have to have a partnership and not just you got some money, I'm gonna do what you say.
Right. Because the ultimate goal is to make what you want to make. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But also, I want to be able to enjoy every aspect of my life. Like, it's things that I don't like to do, but I do it just because I want to enjoy it, want to get through it or whatnot. But it's like, man, when I see that you're struggling with something or uh, something is not,
He's my favorite. That's why I call him my favorite
what?
husband. She
Uh,
says you got a good man, sis.
I try to be. I try to be. But no, you see certain things happening or you see like, oh, she ain't got it.
Mhm,
Okay, let me pick it up because I can handle it. I
mhm,
know myself enough to know how much I can handle And yeah, we get into arguments about stupid stuff. And
Mostly.
yeah, mostly me because it's like I'm expressing, hey, I can't handle this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it comes out as an argument, but it's nothing behind it,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Men are in lust. I agree.
uh
I mean, there are women that are in lust too, but
but it's like, man, you gotta look at the situation. Like, how do we make this shit work?
mm-hmm.
How does this ship go in one direction with two captains?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way you got to look at it. You got to take money out of it because money comes and go. Money is just a tool. The value of that person should be on that character, on the person's character, not what can this person offer you.
Mm-hmm.
Is this person a good fit for you, like a glove? Can
Mm-hmm.
we steer this ship one direction to the finished goal that we're trying to have, and that's a happily ever after? You know,
I
um,
mean, lust is what gets you there because you don't be in love when you first
nah, you got
see
to
the
be
person,
attracted. You got to be attracted to a person for something,
but you just gotta
and it
keep
can't,
going to
it can't,
love.
it can't be.
Women are in business. You really believe as we seek successful partnerships every day, even right now.
Oh,
I missed the
thank you, cousin.
I missed the comment.
Hubert said that
Men are in love,
yeah,
women are in business. Eh.
some. I can't say all. I have to say some.
The
'Cause,
that I am surrounding myself with are not caught up in that.
mhm,
I don't think that any of my friends married people for finances. Most of my friends that are married, the woman is making more than the husband.
yeah,
I mean, there's a couple of outliers, but there's for the most part, the women are out earning their husbands. I've known quite a few husbands to be like, I'm staying at home
it's
with a kid.
it's funny that you say that because the thought that pops up in my head is I married you because I thought my life would be better
Mm-hmm,
with you
mm-hmm,
than it would be without you.
mm-hmm.
And it was like when that moment clicked, like, I bet, you know, um, that's an amazing thought to think of, that I need this person in my life because this person is gonna make my life better. You know
Well, thank you, cousin
what they say?
Deshauna. She said, "I enjoy these Saturday mornings. I plan my wedding for the evening so I wouldn't miss Love Brew."
That hey, I think that was so. I told Artika, I said, man, that was really cool. That was like really, that really warmed my heart.
When
I
I
was
sent
like,
him I showed him your pictures. He was like, "Look at her."
look at my cousin. But no, it's like I thought that was really cool because it's like I know the busyness of your day, but for you to come hang out with us on your wedding day was pretty cool, and we'll always appreciate that.
I'm trying to have an impromptu 10-year wedding vow renewal. That's also my 40th birthday. I don't know how that's gonna work though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out because I'm turning 40 that year
I
too.
would say everybody's invited, but that would be a lie.
We're gonna live stream because I got the hookup to live stream it now.
Mhm.
Anywhere I can live stream from anywhere. All I need is an internet connection,
Let me tell
and
you,
we on.
you and Glenn
Yeah,
know
Glenn.
y'all be
Yeah,
traveling with some things.
man. What you said? I'm gonna take it with me everywhere I go, man. Yeah,
Anywho,
dog. Like, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Artika improved my life just on a mindset thing, right? Because it wasn't until Artika that I knew about entrepreneurship or even the idea that that's possible for me. You know, it's it's a thing of the of what I came from before Artika versus where I'm at now. So what happened?
Huber said I'm coming to the vow renewal so the chat can yell at me in person at the reception.
You invited. There's no question that you invited.
The babies have been so quiet this morning. What are they up to?
Man, I put them babies out of here, man. Them
Uh,
babies had to go.
y'all, well, they have been arguing with each
They
other.
had to
Thankfully,
go.
y'all can't hear it, but you'll hear them yell, and then you'll hear giggles, and then they'll get quiet, and then there'll be a little bit more yelling. Lily be fussing at him. He doesn't have as many words as her, obviously. So a lot of his stuff is no, Nene, you stop. So it's one of those things. Invite me and put me at Huber's table so I can ask my questions.
I prayed for that too. I
What?
did. I prayed that we have a good show and that the kids don't be in and out of it.
You just had to put them out one time. Lily has like opened the door.
Went to the bathroom.
She peeked out 2 more
Did
times
she?
outside of going to the bathroom.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But she been cool. And I was like, thank God. Now I'm finna go let her paint this door.
Oh.
Anyway,
Well, while
guys.
you set it up, we're gonna go pick out beads.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, we are about to get out of here, man.
Quad just yell out, Lily. Those were some powerful prayers. Last week they took over. I don't know what they was doing last week.
Week they was tripping. And I was like, help me
I
out. Help me out. We got to call some reinforcements.
Man, and now
Like,
we can't
God,
call
no.
my sister to come watch him no more.
Wow.
She 2 jobs, shouted.
Yeah, man, right.
Like, I can't wait for the holidays
Look,
to
I'm
be over
sitting
so
over
you
here
can come
like,
get
man,
your nibblings.
we need to buy a bigger house so we just move her in. It's like, good God.
Put her little barn. She tried to get me to buy that farm yesterday.
Oh yeah.
She was like, I mean, I'll help you.
How you gonna buy
Exactly.
it?
Exactly.
Anyway, man, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. I look forward to Saturday mornings with y'all because the conversations be great, man. And it's Saturday, the sun's out. Go do something fun.
Hopefully the sun out your way.
Hopefully I can get a video out. And yeah, if you haven't already, go follow us on social media, August Love Story, everywhere. I am Tommy Townsend. Y'all help me get to what's my goal?
I thought it was 100,000.
100,000. I'm at 800 right now. So we
Okay, so let's loosen up that goal and make
Yeah.
it 1,000.
Yeah, let's get to 1,000 and then we'll up it a little bit. So y'all go follow
Let's
my
try to
page.
get to 1,000 by the end of the year.
Okay.
Just 200.
All right. We'll see. We'll see.
You gotta believe.
No, I believe that I can do it.
You said we'll see.
No, I
You
can.
gotta believe.
We can get to 100. We can get to 100.
1,000.
100,000. That is the
I said we're gonna get to 1,000.
No, we can get to 1,000. We can get to 1,000. You know,
on the way to 1K.
On the way to 1K, man. So yeah, y'all go follow my page. What is it? I am Townsend the third. Tommy, I don't even know it. Hold on, man.
I am Tommy T the third.
I'm gonna change it.
Please.
I'm gonna change it to whatever my wife tell me to change it to, so I can get to what I need to get to.
He don't be knowing.
I am Tommy T the third. DA3RD. So y'all go follow me on there and watch on Instagram.
Bless it.
And watch let's get this 1,000. Once I get to 1,000, you know. So I'm gonna be working on videos, getting to 1,000, studying for the CPA exam, and just trying to be an amazing dad, father, and friend. So with that being said, I'm out. Peace.
Bye, y'all.